everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is going to wobble for a little bit. You're set on a really high tripod and I'm hoping it sort of stabilizes itself and works out okay. Today's video is going to be a most worn items in my wardrobe. So this includes clothing items and accessories, handbags and shoes and things like that. So this is my wardrobe. I know I only have half a wardrobe. So this is what my wardrobe currently looks like. So there's two sections to it. I swap out winter clothes and summer clothes, so that's why my wardrobe looks not as full as it probably should do. It's because I have my winter clothes still in here, but I don't have all my summer clothes in here yet. So I will do a switch out at some point this month anyway. So like I said, this is just going to be a most worn items, and it's the items that I tend to reach for the most basically. They're ones I just know that I'm going to be comfortable wearing, I get a lot of use out of, they kind of just go with everything. So the first item isn't actually in this wardrobe because it doesn't quite fit in this wardrobe because there's a shelf here, but I really like having the shelf because that's where I keep all my handbags. This item is a coat, but it's too long to fit sort of in this area, so I have it just hanging up over here. So this is the item, my first item, and it is a bottle green, kind of olivey green. It's coming up a lot brighter on camera just because of the lights that are on in here. This was a Christmas present a few years ago, and it is from Michael Kors, and it's like a green woolen style coat, and it has some brass buttons here, two big pockets and some brass buttons on the sleeves. So the only button that is actually used is this one right here, because it's the only one there that you put the button in through, where there's a hole for. So I absolutely love this coat. Whenever I first saw this coat, I knew it was one of those ones that I just had to have. And because of the colour of my hair, I'm basically like an auburny ginger colour, I knew that I probably wouldn't suit green. However, I spent 7 years of my life in this colour of green because this was the colour of my school uniform. So I knew that I didn't hate it, but as soon as I saw this and tried it on, I absolutely fell in love with it. This is my most used coat, and it's a very dressy coat, but you can dress it down or up. It's one of those style of coats. The next coat does actually fit in here, and it is this one. This is from Mango, and it is a tan coat, some brown buttons, and this coat is old. Like, I've had this coat a long time. It just goes with everything, although I do find that if I'm wearing sort of a round neck top, this doesn't quite go with it because there's no like collar or anything with it, so it kind of looks a bit funny without like a neck to it. So if I'm wearing like a polo neck or a high neck top, this is one that I would reach for if I'm just going out for the day and I don't want to wear my good green one. I will reach for this one. This one has had a lot of wear, and I have actually bought a new one to replace it, but I haven't quite given up this one yet. The next thing I'm going to move on to is actual clothing. So my most worn jumper, can we appreciate this jumper right now? It's got Mickey Mouse and Friends on it. Anyway, so my most worn jumper is this one, which my mum bought me, I want to say 2 Christmases ago. Yes, I keep my clothes that long. I just absolutely love this jumper. It's a grey knit, and it's got little like plastic pearlescent iridescent style discs on it, and the amount of people who comment on this going, this is really weird, I absolutely love it. It's so soft, it washes incredibly well for being wool, and I haven't lost any of the little discs. Like, those are sewn on there really good because this has been through the wash a lot. This is from Savada, I think that's how you pronounce it, and I just absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. So this is probably, look, whenever I say my most worn item, this is probably my most worn item. The next thing are actually 2 shirts that I get a lot of wear out of, and thankfully they're right beside each other so I can just show you them at the same time. These are both from Jules. This is the first one. It's kind of like a beigey grey colour, and then it's got Really nice cerise pink, like a mustard yellow, purple and white, like sort of floral leafy design all over it. I absolutely love this. This is very much a casual or dressy style shirt. You could wear it to work, anything. I just absolutely love it. I love the neckline on it, and I love the little ruffled detail at the front. The next shirt is this one. It is cream and it's got sort of like a mulberry purple, pink, different colours, pinks and green, and I absolutely love it. Again, I love the neckline of it and I love the little sort of ruffly bit at the front, so that is one of my favourite shirts to wear. Down on the bottom shelf as well, this is where I keep my coats, trousers, skirts and some dresses that fit in here. The next one is a skirt, and this one is actually from Primark. I really like it. It only costs like £10 or something like that, but I've gotten a lot of wear out of it. I'm really looking forward to wearing it again, sort of coming into more warmer weather. I could obviously wear it with some tights and boots, but it's just a plain little denim skirt with buttons all the way up the front of it. I really like it. I love a good denim skirt. I do actually have another one in here, but I tend to reach for this one because I think it just looks nicer with the buttons, but like there's a little bit more going on. The next item that I get a lot of wear out of, and I did a photo shoot this time last year, or in and around this time last year, and I wore this dress along with my Michael Kors coat. So this is from Boden, and it is a dress. I absolutely love it. It's like a very cerise magenta pink, and then the bottom of it just looks like this, and it's very autumnal, but it's kind of, you can get away with it from about September time right through to the end of March, start of April, just because of the colours that are in it. So I've worn this a lot and I absolutely love it. It's very flattering, although it's a pain to iron. It's just that type of material that no matter how many times you iron it, it just creases. So that's pretty much sort of clothing that are my most worn items. The next thing is accessories, so hats and bags. So the first item is one of my favourite hats that I get a lot of wear out of, and I basically wear on a daily basis at the minute because the weather is just so cold, is this one. This is a grey knit hat with a big fur pom-pom on it, and it's from Carl Scarpa. I just absolutely love this hat. It keeps me really warm, and I need to wash it, but it's difficult to wash. You need to hand wash it because of the fur on the top of it. So onto handbags that I get a lot of use out of. Really only two come to mind at the minute. I know I did get a few handbags at Christmas time, but it's only been like 3 months since then, so I can't really justify putting those in my most worn items or most used items. So the first one is from Mulberry, and it is this one here. So this one is the Mulberry Delphi, and it's in the colour Oxblood. I did put a little green pom-pom on it for whenever I used it at Christmas time. I just haven't taken it off since then because I quite like it on. So this is, yeah, the Mulberry Delphi in the colour Oxblood. If you pop it open here, you'll see that it's like buttercream on the inside. Now the really cool thing about this bag, and why I get a lot of use out of it, is if you pop this off and flip it around like so, it becomes a completely different bag, which I really like, and that is why I genuinely think this is my most used bag. I reach for this a lot. It holds a lot as well. I tend to keep it on the Oxblood side rather than the buttercream, but yeah, this is probably my most used bag. It's just really handy to have it with a long strap, but you can shorten the strap by going like this, pulling this through and then popping it into this side, and then it becomes like a little shoulder bag. So you can do that with it, which I think is quite cool as well. My next most used bag is this one, and this one is from Michael Kors. This is one I bought nearly 3 years ago whenever I was on honeymoon and I was in New York, and I picked this up. I absolutely love this bag. It's a very bright pink and it has gold lettering on it. And then inside is just like a big bucket bag basically, and I absolutely love it. There's quite a lot of glitter at the bottom and I'm not quite sure why. Like can you see that glitter? Yeah, I'm not sure why there's so much glitter in there. Next thing up are shoes, and I've picked out 3 pairs of shoes. I could obviously include a lot more because I love my shoes, but I've restricted myself to 3 pairs because I can genuinely say that I get a lot of wear out of these 3 pairs of shoes. The first pair are these here. These ones are my little flat Vivienne Westwoods. These are what I wore during the nighttime part of my wedding. So I changed my dress sort of halfway through the evening reception, and I changed my shoes as well, and these are what I changed into. Since then I have worn them a lot, especially during the summer. They're just little flat jelly shoes. They're super comfortable, really easy to walk in, they don't hurt your feet. I really love them. The next pair of shoes are also a little pair of flats, and they are these ones. These ones are from Kurt Geiger, Carvela, Kurt Geiger, I'm not sure which way around it is. I think the name of them are Leaf, as in like an autumn leaf. They're just a little flat pair of like loafer style sandals, and they've got little tassels at the front of them. I basically wore these the whole time I was in Milan last year. I walked everywhere in them. They are so comfortable. They're quite dear for just a little pair of loafers, but they are real leather and they are very comfortable. The next pair are a little pair of boots. These are my favourite ankle boots to wear, and I get a lot of wear out of these. They are quite high for sort of walking around in, but I do wear them a lot and I love them. They are from Cross Scarpa. I had to think about that there for a minute. They have a fake zip on the outside and then the real zip is on the inside. I love tan ankle boots. Tan boots are my favourite colour of boots to have, and you can never have too many pairs of boots. Yeah, these are my most worn boots. They wear so well on the bottom. So that is everything that I consider to be my most worn items in my wardrobe. Let me know if you enjoyed the video by commenting down below. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and make sure you're subscribed to my channel for more content to come. And I will see you next time. Bye!